Looked at the trends and the competencies of an entrepreneur. So how do you assess? We are now going to assessing the competencies, right? So to succeed in business, one ought to be positively and constructively ambitious. To be ambitious means to have that personal conviction that you can make it if you have the right attitude and the right psychological preparedness. Then you can. So success actually begins with you. It begins with the inner you, right? So in entrepreneurship, uh, it calls for overthinking. Only those entrepreneurs who are positive about whatever they do and always seek to find solution to any problems and difficulties they encounter will eventually succeed in whatever they are doing or whatever they aspire to do. Perseverance builds strong characters, which normally lead to the generation of a variety of ideas from which solutions to any problems or difficult may be sought, right? Perseverance and positive thinking, if you put them together, which is sometimes called assessing someone's or oneself competence, are therefore very essential in business success. It is difficult to discover or assess one full potential if you do not try out things. Don't dream of a thing and you just don't try it, because there's no way you can be able to discover your capabilities and also to assess yourself how far you can go. It is therefore only by trying and trying again and even trying again, and even in the face of poor results, you keep on trying and believing in yourself. Discover yourself and forge ahead. These are very critical requirements in entrepreneurship, right? So after you have discovered yourself, like first you need to know the characteristics, you practice them. Then after that, you now discover yourself. After you discover yourself, you forge ahead. And when you are forging ahead, you have to apply competencies. You have to set goals, right? Now we are going to the last but not least in our topic, applying competence to entrepreneurship, setting goals. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, just a recap of what we have been discussing in the past 2 days. We looked at the definitions of entrepreneurship, and we had a lot of definitions that came with that, and we defined it as the art of creating or developing a business through innovative, creative, progressive imagination and risk-taking initiatives, right? And then we went on to look at the business opportunities that are found in natural resources, which are land resources, water resources, and forest, wildlife, and also human resources. We also looked at the types of entrepreneurs. We said we have got the pushed and the pulled entrepreneurs, and from the push and the put, we also had many other types of entrepreneurship that are called according to the type of work they do or the characteristic of their businesses. Then after that, we talked about the role of entrepreneurship in economic growth and development, and these are creation of employment, contribution to the national treasuries, earning foreign currency, technology transfer, supplement of government efforts in calculating a culture of entrepreneurship, utilizing of raw materials. And then today we were talking about today we're talking about the differences between the entrepreneur and the intrapreneur. And then we went to talk about the benefits, the advantages of being an entrepreneur over being an intrapreneur. And then after that, we talked about the development entrepreneurial competencies and attitude, where we looked at first at identifying competencies for entrepreneurship, where we say there are characteristics and trends that we have to follow, which are some of them, which are being initiative, persistence, information seeking, concern for high quality work, commitment to work, problem solving, recognizing your own limits, monitoring, and the others. And then we also looked at assessing the competencies. How do you assess the competencies? Through perseverance and thinking positively. And then we said how now you have to apply those competencies by setting goals. How do we set goals? We set goals that are SMART, meaning they should be specific, they should be measurable, they should be achievable, they should be realistic, and they should be time bound. They should be time bound. So this is what we've been talking about in the last 2 days. So entrepreneur, so at the end of the day, you just find that entrepreneurship is all about focused. It's focused on development, being innovative, creative, imagination, and having an ability to take calculated risk. And then you just have to set smart goals as you will be running your business, and you have to have good traits that will portray your organization. And then you have to believe in yourself, and then you have to know that one day it will rain, and you should be prepared for those rains when they come. And entrepreneurship is like a bed of roses, beautiful as it looks, with beautiful flowers, but underneath there are a lot of thorns that will prick you, that will hurt you. So you have to be prepared, so psychologically, financially, to step on those thorns, so that your bed of rose can be flourish and can be beautiful and yield positive results. So I conclude. Thank you very much for being on this forum, and thank you for listening. It was my pleasure being your facilitator for the past 2 days in Introduction to Entrepreneurship Development. My name is Prudence Chirunga Banda. I sign off. Good day.